Hey guys, Jacob Jones here. Welcome back to this WWE save. And today we will be booking the go home shows for Monday Night Raw and SmackDown before we head to the Clash in Italy. It should be a fun time for us all. And stay tuned at the end of the video because I will be telling you how you can do the prediction contest for the Clash in Italy. So, you do not want to miss this. Let's get started. As always, we will start off with main event. Gonna skip that. If memory, I'm gonna do this now actually because I know it is tradition in real life WWE for them to go to the place where the show is located and host the show there. But I also know that may not be the smart thing to do there. So I'm gonna check it and we will see. Okay, no, it does not look like I should do it. Alright, yeah, because if memory serves, you will get penalized because your wrestlers will not speak the language over there. That is unfortunate, but unfortunately, not much you can do about it. Let's find a place for us to go, shall we? We shall. I haven't been to Hawaii, but that might be a bit. We've already been here. Haven't been here as of late. Okay, we can do that. Let's see, 6,007,000. Oh, well, I guess there's your answer. Idaho Central. Locker room incidents coming up. Apparently, the pair of Kiana James and Mustafa Ali have been hanging out recently. I would hope so, considering they're in the same faction together. Like, I would hope you two are hanging out, getting to know each other better. Grayson Waller with a nice little rib on the entire locker room. Well done, Mr. Waller. You certainly got the whole town laughing. Oh. Finally! A pullover I can actually do! Thank goodness. And it's good for 2 matches. Awesome. Rusev has a creative finish. Thank you very much. Alright, training. Oh, Matt Cardona. Matt, you know the rules. You gotta pick up your tab at the bar. You can't be selfish about those things. People gotta spend their money for other stuff, you know. Positive impact. Corey. What are you doing with Big E? Oh, for goodness sakes, Matt. No. Like, it just. No. What are you, nuts? Okay. Well, we have a good show for us planned today. Let me bring up today's people. Today's NXT people. The first one will be Kendall Gray back for a second performance. What's the third one? I am going to use my notepad for this. I wrote this out in advance. Okay, I got it. We have a first, ladies and gentlemen. Someone from Evolve will be joining us today. They are technically a part of the NXT umbrella here in this save, so I'm going to honor that. Chantel Monroe, you can team up with Layla Dix. Fun times for us all. Let's begin. First, Ethan Page versus Metalik, who is finally making his debut here on SmackDown. Kind of. Well, making his official debut is the best way to put it. Ethan Page, no surprise here, he will be getting the win over Metalik. 8-minute match, nothing more, nothing less. Let me check this real quick. What is Rusev? Extremely risky? No. It's 2026, man. The Russian bandwagon is long since passed. Let's see. Very risky. Oh no, don't do that. That's for Julia. Here's her idea of Candice LeRae. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. Yeah, there's a lot of ideas I do need to use. I think there's one I can actually do. Yeah, there's like only one I can actually do. Alright, let's do a video. And this is going to be looking at the Carmelo Sammy trick story. Right there. Carmelo, Sammy, trick. And we're basically just recapping this whole feud, where we are now. Trick Williams, if you recall, is back with Carmelo. Trick Mello Gang, back in business. Let's go to our next match. And this next match will be Los Toxicos going up against a team of Chantel Monroe and Layla Diggs. Should be a nice little match. We'll get to see where Chantel and Layla are. Given their skills, I'm not expecting too much, but you never know. Maybe they can surprise us. Obviously, Los Toxicos will get the win here. Have fun, ladies. Go and put on a nice little show. And then afterwards, let's talk about the Alba Femi Drew McIntyre situation that's going on Raw. Yeah, just get that taken care of. And I think we'll use this opportunity to show off the character idea for Candice LeRae. Oh, no, that's not what you do it. Let me see where I can put it. I think I gotta do it right here. Ah, okay. That's where you put it. Didn't Candice LeRae have an idea? Hang on, let me check something. Like, I'll be right back. Just gonna check these. Weird. That is very, very weird because this is Candice LeRae, and she has her character idea. So I don't get it. I don't get it. If anyone knows what's going on with that, please let me know. Let me know in the comments below. Oh, what? So going in the ring, Candice LeRae. She is talking about how the Pat McAfee project is helping her and Johnny find their bearings back on SmackDown. Candice will issue an open challenge to anyone in the back who wants to take a shot at it, and Candice LeRae is going to be the one to accept that offer. All right, this will also be our first opportunity to see how good he is. How this is our first opportunity to see the chemistry between LeRae and McAfee. So this will be very interesting. Now, at this stage in her career, Candice LeRae, the best I can do for her is that she is a job person because she is declining. It's not great, but unfortunately, that's just the hand I have been given. So Ken LeBray will be picking up the win. Clean, submission. And you know what? I'm going to say there's probably a manager distraction along the way. Pat McAfee, give something. What's next? Give me a video package with Bianca, Jade, Stephanie, Liv. Get that all set up because they will have a match at SummerSlam for the Women's World Championship. Fun times for us all. Liv, Jade, Stephanie. Okay. Look, not a video. We're gonna go back. Video. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna lose the audience if we keep this up. So I am going to offer a special bonus match for this evening. And this will be designed to lift up the crowd. Two recognizables, just let them have fun. Dragon Lee, also in the special inter-brand match. Have him go up again. Angel Garza. That would work. I dig it. Dragon Lee, pick up the win. We use up 2 minutes for Punk and Ethan. That makes sense to me. No. Or in Balor. I have to get that one set up. Because that's happening in Italy. Okay, good. Almost there. Perfect. Alright. Now it is time for your main event. And I have decided it will be another. It'll be given to Monday Night Raw. It will be Rey Fenix and Montez Ford. Should be a very good match for both parties. He is carrying a fractured cheekbone. I'm gonna trust they can do this match. Just to be safe, I won't do Steal the Show here. That was initially going to be my plan. I am going to use his creative finish. And we'll see how that works. So, Rey Fenix celebrates the win. And that will be how we close out main event. Joyous times for us all. Let's begin. 52, and even a Mental League did not click. Okay. Don't do that match. Okay. Ooh, 14. Wow, Layla and Chantel, they ain't good. They are nowhere near ready for this, and it shows. Oof. Okay, that got the crowd a little interested. 65 for Candace. Honestly, I might transition her to being a manager at some point. She does have good skills on the mic. We'll see. 48. 48 for these two. Wow. Well done. That did a lot better than I expected. And there's neutral chemistry. I'll take it. Warming up. Uh-oh. Strained bicep. That's not good. No one's fault, thankfully. The little package. 65. Montez Ford performed better in spite of the bruised cheekbone. Wow. And they have great chemistry? Oh, I think we might have an idea for a future feud. We might have something for after SummerSlam. We'll see. But that is good news. That is very good news for us. Alright. It's Raw time. Let's see here. Lack of confidence. Oh dear. He's insecure again. I have a feeling that Adam Pearce is probably not going to stick around as Booker, but Cody Rhodes seems to be doing pretty well. That's very nice. Alright, 109 points. Let's see. Give me character idea. Who are they gonna give it to? Randy Orton. That's good. We need that. And another one for Asuka. Okay, I can work with that. All right. Oh, there's tension between Pierce and Patrick Scott. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna last. I don't think Pierce is making it after the 60 days, unfortunately. If we're having those problems. Thankfully, no other issues, which is a relief. Okay, Raw time. I think it's only fitting that we start today's show with this match. No, this segment, I should say. And this segment is pretty simple here. We are finally going to get clarification as to why Drew has been going after Obafemi as of late, trying to understand what that's all about. Drew McIntyre just straight up says he believes that Obafemi is a fad. He is a flash in the pan, a comet that is flying towards the sky of the earth, and he just doesn't think he can maintain that momentum for a long period of time, unlike him, who has been screwed out of multiple opportunities over the years and has busted his ass day in and day out. But Obafemi, he says that he's already proven him wrong. He's already proven he's no fat. After all, he already beat him once, and he would be glad to do it again. Because, again, Oba is the mountain that you cannot climb and you cannot conquer. That's a good catchphrase. I'm not doing the accent because I'm pretty sure that would make people feel a little weird given he is black and Nigerian. I want to respect that as best as possible. Anyways, these two are going to get in each other's faces, jaw at each other, but for once, the security here on Raw does its job. They are able to break the two of them up before they start fighting. Not today, gentlemen. Not today. Okay, that's our first matchup of the evening done. Segment, I should say. I'm getting them mixed up today. It's not the most ideal start. But no matter. We do have our first matchup of the day here, and it'll be Timeless versus the Street Profits. This one will go 15 minutes. Nice little long match. And in the end, it will be the Street Profits that get the win because of a tainted finish. They do something low and dirty to claim their profits. So that is exciting. After that match, I think it's only fair that we have Richard Holiday we're going to have Richard Holiday do an interview in the backstage area with Kathy Kelly, and that is where he is going to formally introduce the Dynasty. The Dynasty to WWE. That would be Richard Holiday and Hammerstone. And Richard Holiday is talking about how much money he has. He's talking about how back in the day, he and Hammerstone were among the most dominant, ruthless beings in all of professional wrestling or sports entertainment. Now, they are ready to show the world what they are capable of. And they're going to show that tonight when Richard Holiday goes up against his opponent in his first match ever here on Raw. Fun times for them. Let this go 3 minutes. And we are going to be officially bringing in the return of Mr. Duke Hudson. Duke Hudson is back officially on Raw. Came in last week. Asking Adam Pearce for an opportunity. He is going to get his opportunity here. Commentary team are interested in seeing what they have for him. And then, yeah, hear the Dvorak song. That's Gunther. Oh no. That's Gunther. I think you know what's gonna happen here. I will say Duke probably fares a little better the than the last man who went up with him, Heath Slater, but it's still a 5 minute match where Gunther just beats the piss out of him. He just continues to beat the piss out of him. And of course because of course he does. And then after the match, Mike Santana, we're gonna see him clapping. He is still trying to get that match with Gunther, but Gunther still isn't biting. He is testing his patience with him. At some point, he is going to have to face Santana. That day, once again, he's not today. Whatever happened? Who knows? We will have to wait and see. Let's see here. What could next? Oh, I guess it's time to address the elephant in the room. So you're probably wondering, what am I gonna do with Rayo Americano with El Grande Americano out of the picture? Well, Pete Dunne's back. So here's how I imagine this going. Drake Maverick and Robert Roode, they're talking with each other. Robert's probably got a cup of coffee with him. They're just enjoying the show. When all of a sudden, they see Pete. He's like, "Hey lads, been a while, hasn't it?" None of them even remember who this guy is. None of them whatsoever. So they're just gonna walk away, even though Pete tries to talk with them. And then you see this man, Danhausen. "Ah, Pete! I remember you. Yes, Beethausen. I remember you from a while ago. You're that guy who works at the store or I go to sometimes. Yeah, in the good state of Idaho." They banter for a little bit, and then Pete is going to challenge Danhausen for the 24/7 championship. Danhausen is perfectly fine with that, but he tells him, "You challenge me for the 24/7 or the 24 divided by 7 title? Guess what? You are cursed." So expect that later tonight. So that will be fun. We're gonna have ourselves another match coming up. And this one will be Bayley versus Zarya. I'm not having this one go long. This is not the official big matchup for them. This is going 5 minutes. It's your storytelling match of the night. And the story we are trying to tell is Bayley is trying to take on this newcomer in Zarya. But she's overwhelmed by her power and her strength. Eventually, at some point, Cora Jade, going to get herself involved, interferes against Zarya. That's a mistake. It gets Bayley disqualified. And the two of them, they're going to argue about what just happened. She's like, "Hey, what was that about? I was trying to take on Zarya." So Corey's just trying to explain herself. Zarya is going to bum rush Bayley. And Cora's going to get the fuck out of here. Because, oh god, that's not a fun time at all. Alright. Now, let's see. We are at 48%. We only have 4 matches. 2 of them are very short, though. So I might need to make another match beforehand. We'll see. No, that's not right. That's not correct. That's what is El Hijo de Wagner Jr. doing here? Come on. No, it is you. You're the one who's challenging for that title. Get him out of here. Besides, you're not the one that's going to be booked tonight anyway. You're not the one that's being booked next. This is what's next. And we're just trying we are continuing the story between the Usos and the Motor City Machine Guns. Usos try to invite MC Motor City Machine Guns to the ring, but they only see Chris Sabin. Huh, what's this all about? That's not good. Is Alex Shelley not here? He is here. The two of them are here. Oh, good. Oh, good. What's not good is that they're still arguing. Chris Sabin still wants to do things the right way. Alex Shelley, he's worried that he's getting older. He's getting slower. He doesn't have much time left. They need to win these titles on Raw to prove that they are truly the very best one among the very best tag teams in professional wrestling. But the Usos have a solution. They have an open spot at Clash in Italy. They need a challenger for their titles. So, Usos and MCMG have never happened. Why not do it in Italy? Now, this is something everyone can agree on. Shelley's happy. Sabins is happy. We're all happy here. So that is good for us all. What do I want to do next? Yeah, I guess I will do Pete Dunne and Danhausen next. And no surprise here, Pete Dunne is going to beat the piss out of Danhausen. He did not believe in the curse to begin with. He's just going to beat Danhausen and win the television title. He's all happy. He's celebrating this win. But then Heath Slater's here. Heath Slater's here. Referee's counting. We have a new 24/7 champion. Heath Slater has won the gold again. Pete Dunne is going to chase after that man like a man out of hell. And he is just going to run as fast as he can. And Heath Slater's just going to keep on running. Because there's really nothing he can do about that. And meanwhile, Javon Evans, he's going to watch all this. He's like, damn, that boy fast. He ain't bouncy, though. I don't think he's all that bouncy, but he sure is fast. So, nice little bit here between them. Yeah, fun little comedy spot. Before we get to our next segment of the day, yeah, I'm definitely going to need another match. So, if you recall, last episode, we had, last episode, El Grande Americano was sidelined with a broken hip. He will not be able to perform at Clash in Italy. That storyline is over. It's unfortunate. Not much we can do about it. But Javon Evans, he needs a new challenger for Clash of Italy. Viking and Hanson, they're going to introduce themselves to Javon. They'll note that while Javon Evans has been busy lining it up as Intercontinental Champion, Vikingo has been building up his presence and has become one of the fastest rising stars here on Monday Night Raw. So they stare each other down. And it appears they're going to have a match together, or so it would seem. Oh, but then here's Dragon Lee. Oh, and Dragon Lee is staring down Ivar Hansen. Could this be leading up to something? Perhaps so. We will see. Okay. That's all well and done. Yeah, we're going to need another match. But first, Adam Pearce is going to find Heath Slater backstage. And unfortunately for him, he's got a match. And it's next. Oh dear. And Heath's not happy about it. He's like, man, they're going to see me with the 24/7 title. I can't go out there. They're going to kill me. Unfortunately, rules are rules. You must have a match. If you have a match tonight, you gotta do it. I don't make the rules, kids. Just how it is. And that match is indeed the Richard Holiday Heath Slater match. And Heath actually does pretty well for himself. He's holding his own against Richard Holiday, but in the end, Hammerstone is going to distract him. Richard Holiday will win the title. After that, Heath's going to get out of Dodge here. Lie on the floor. Dynasty are going to celebrate the singles debut, but Mr. Iguana and Psycho Clown, they're going to make their way down. And Mr. Iguana, he sends them a paper that is in Ieska's mouth. Richard Holiday looks it up, and he says, rematch. So they will be clashing again very soon. So that's fun. That's very fun. After the match, Heath Slater, poor guy, he's a bit woozy, but he thinks he's finally lost Dunn and Danhausen. That's wonderful news for him. But Heath, you might want to look behind you because that's Tom Lawler. Tom Lawler's gonna lock you in like a rear naked choke or a guillotine or whatever you want. Heath's tapping out. New 24/7 champion. And that will be Tom Lawler. Finally getting something good for him. Alright. We're going to have a nice little vignette detailing the history that Becky Lynch and Sol Ruca have had since they first got together. Just hyping up what will likely be their final clash together. It all comes to this. So, third match. This is Becky's last chance to win the gold back. Will he do it? Will she do it, I should say? No. No. She cannot. She cannot. So, Ruka, catch her napping, hit the Soul Snatcher, and she will remain your Intercontinental Champion. Becky Lynch, devastated, and this time there's nothing she can do about it. Her foot was not on the ropes. She gave it everything she got, but in the end, Sol Ruca is your champion. And that will be the end of this. Congratulations to her, finally putting her away. And I think we're going to go backstage. When we see Liv, Raquel, and Roxanne. And it looks like we might have a new challenger for the Intercontinental Champion as Liv Morgan. She is going to look to Roxanne, tells her, you know, I think it might be time that you got some gold for yourself. So we're teasing that. It seems we have a challenger for Miss Sol Ruca. But we'll get there when we get there. In the meantime, I'm going to bring in someone from the crowd. Oh, I say the crowd, but really, they're here to do a job. I want them to be a younger one, too. No, I can't do that. Alright, I'll be flexible. Okay, that works. I can do something. Give me this guy. He could be good. And this will be Tom Lawler getting a chance to prove himself here. And Tom Lawler is going to give a demonstration of his technical prowess, his MMA prowess, Because in his mind, no one has seen a man as filthy or as vicious as Tom Lawler. And who can really blame him? In fairness, he has not had, I don't think he's had a single match since coming to Raw. Well, that changes today. Tom Lawler will be going against our jobber, Joyasa. Honestly, I think I might just rename him Joe. It's not even close anyway. Tom is just going to eat Joe up for dinner. Meanwhile, while all that's going on, Danhausen is mad. He is very mad. He's making his way down. He sees the 24/7 title around Natty's arms. They are going to get in a tug of war. She doesn't even notice. You know what? I'm gonna rename you Joe because I think that's funny. That's funny to me. I can't do that. Okay, I'll just do this. Do that. Where are you? There you are. You are named Joe. No, don't do that. So, Tom Lauer, go beat up Joe. After that, Tom Lauer's gonna see, oh, Natty and Danhausen are going after that 24/7 title. Eventually, Natty clocks her and just throws him in the title, throws him in for Tom. He's gonna lock him up in, and he looks dead to rights. He's looking for another rear naked choke. But Danhausen sits up, looks towards Tom Lauer, motioning the crowd. You are cursed! Tom Lauer doesn't believe it, but the next thing you know, oh my goodness, that's the Raw Locker Room! Alba Fire, Chelsea Green, Iguana, Black Psycho, Slater, and Tom Lauer's getting trampled by this crowd. Oh no, this is terrible news. Danhausen's gonna, amongst the chaos, Danhausen goes for the cover, wins back his title. Everyone sees that Danhausen has the gold now. He is going to run for his life. And that is how this whole thing goes. Whoop. Loses its pre-booking link. Let me do it the other way. No, that's your main event for the evening. Danhausen. Yeah, run for your life, Danhausen. Run. Fucking run. Alright. Now, let's see here. We got time? Perfect. Let's get this set up. Jacob Fatu looking for his next challenge for the open challenge for his World Heavyweight Championship. And it's Dominic Mysterio. Do with this information what you will. Either way, this will be a 16-minute match. And you know what? I'm going to add one more thing to it. I'm going to say there is also interference during this match. Jacob Fatu, Tony D'Angelo when the referee isn't looking, does something to Jacob Fatu. Oh God, is Dominic about to do this? But no, he will not. Jacob Fatu will retain his title thanks to Joe Hendry's interference. Okay, we're at 47. We are definitely going to need to make some schmoves here. Let's do that right now. You can go down to 3 minutes. That's fine. I guess we don't really need this. Could these go longer? You do have a psychology, but just to be safe, because I know it could fall apart otherwise. Won't do that. Give you another minute. You can get another minute. do need something to end the show. So Jacob Fatu is going to celebrate retaining his title once again. But then Gunther announces comes up in the ring, tells him, "Well done, champ! You beat us! You beat a deadbeat son and his little minion. Now let's see how you do when you go up against a man like me." A true challenger in Gunther. So there is the big one for them. Fatu going one-on-one against Gunther. Holy shit. That's a biggie. Alright, now let's keep going with this. I gotta be careful with that. Is he? Oh, Heath Slayer's being used too much. We can't do this one. We cannot do this one then. Absolutely not. Okay. This match could go longer. I'll give this one 10 minutes instead. 10 minutes will be fine. Make this go 2 minutes. Why do that? Okay, we're getting somewhere now. 8. Now you're down to 7. That's fine. We won't be penalized. That's the good news. Make that 8. 3, 3, 1, 1. I do that. Okay. No. Make that 3 minutes. He's still being used too much. Yeah, this might just have to go down to 5 minutes. He's still being used too much. To note, unimportance can only be used for 15 minutes. After that, it's too much. Okay, down to slightly overused. Delete this, maybe? That'll work. Okay, that's done. Good. Good. We're good. Still need 5 minutes. I still have 5 minutes I can use. Honestly, fine as it is. I don't know what else I can add. It's just gonna be what it is. Okay. Who's that wrestler? Hammerstone, you need a match. Let's give you Psycho Clown. Let's see what you guys can do with each other. Obviously, Hammerstone gonna pick up the win. Fun times for them. Lucha Bros versus... Wow, do we not have those? Well, we do have these two. I guess this can just be... Yeah, this can just be your pre-match main event. And we give them 13 minutes. Obviously, they're gonna win this match. You know, Tama Tonga was gonna challenge for a world title at one point. Then Roman got injured, and, well, He kind of got fucked. It's unfortunate, but sometimes life just isn't fair. It is what it is. Charlotte, you need something to do. What's the word? There's a Chelsea Green. You can do that. No surprise here. Charlotte Flair will get the win. Chelsea Green, this one. And I believe that is our show. Are there any issues? No issues? Then let's begin. 49. Pretty even between both of them. This did its job. Excellent. 63 for this match. Look. And they have great chemistry. Sounds to me this is something I should look into for a future show. 63 for that. No surprises here. They're all pretty decent hands at this point. Ray Phoenix is going to get the win here. Awesome. 92. Drew getting a 93 alone. Wow. That's just wow. 67 for this. Good match. Good match. 52. Did what it needed to do. 68. Oh boy. And they're white hot. 66 for this squash. They love it when Gunther beats the shit out of people. I love it. See, folks, this is why we need to bring back the squash match. Squash matches, they can do good things for your wrestlers. They can make them look like world beaters, especially if they have the charisma, like Gunther. And this storyline's still going on. Cool. 57, 65 for the first segment. Bit surprising. 55. Did what it needs to do. No complaints here. 57. 75. Wow. Yeah, this story, low-key, kind of pretty good. Like, I'm a little surprised, honestly. Everyone did a pretty good job. Alex Shelley kind of flopped near the end, but worked out in the end. Worked out very well. I'm happy. 46. Pete Dunne coming back as himself for a little bit at least. 24/7 champion. Not for long though. Heath Slater gets it. Oh boy. This all happens. 62. Vikingo, I imagine, Vikingo, not quite as over as Javon yet, but he is getting better. And that's the good news. Nice. Not very nice, but this did what it needed to do. It introduced Richard Holiday, and yeah, it is what it is. 60. Alright, I can work with that. 64. 64 for these two. That is shocking to me. You two are unimportant, and you're getting 64s for some godforsaken reason. Awesome. 67. Did what it needed to do. And that is the end of this storyline. 66. 50. I might want to make this... Yeah, I might want to do something regarding this one. I just don't know what I could... Yeah, I might just have to bite the bullet on this one, unfortunately. Let this one ride. 13! 47... Oh... And that's chronic upper back pain for Tom Lawler. What the fuck did a jobber do? Yeah, fuck it. I'm telling them to steal the show. Fuck it. Do it. Uh, 57. Okay. They're getting interested again. They're interested again. We don't need to do this then. If we're getting back to being interested, we don't need to do this. Go back to regular. Hooray. 73. 68. Not ideal. 87. Okay. We at least finish on a high. We started on a high, ended on a high. What's our rating? 77. It was looking dodgy for a moment, but in the end, it is a 77. Let's see what the injuries are like. Oh, 74 days for Tom Lawler. Dragon Lee, though, will be fine. It's only 3 days. He'll be good to go by Clash It in Italy. That is fine. That is perfectly fine. Phew. That was close. Alright. Well, that's Monday Night Raw done and dusted. Oh, boy. So we're just going to let this run for a little bit. Actually, I am going to go get some water. Holy shit. That was a lot of talking. I will be right back. And when we do come back, we will get to the go-home show for SmackDown. I will see you then. Well, we're back. And, there goes my stable. Or at least one of the stables. Mustafa Ali, he has shattered his knee. He is going to be out for a year. I don't think he can even do the fucking angles. That might be the end of his prime. That might be the end of his prime. At his age, he's probably going to hit time decline soon. So it looks like signing him might have been a waste. And that also means I need someone to step up, take his place for them. Okay. So obviously, can't do this match anymore. Who can I put in at this stage? Well, there is an Aleister Black. That's probably the best bet. Just let Aleister Black be in the match. Alright. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do about it. It is what it is. Okay. Showtime. This time we're going for SmackDown, the final show before the Clash at Italy. Skip. Where do we want to go for this one? Where do we want to go? Haven't been here in a while. Alright, you'll do. What kind of arena? What else we got? Because I feel like we've been here before. I don't know why. I feel like we've been. No, we were in for the Legion Center. Okay, in that case, use this one. Team meeting is in order. Ain't no idea. Big gamble. Can't work with that. Near certainty. Awesome. Locker room incidents. Well, of course Danhausen does that. It's Danhausen. What did you expect? Training. LA Knight wants to enhance his character. Alright. Aleister Black has an idea. And there was an argument between Punk and Big E. Same with Cardona. Yay. No need to worry about that. Okay. What are we doing? Start this show on the right note. Well, let's officially bring back the Trick Mellow Gang. So it looks like last week, Trick Williams saved Carmelo Hayes from an attack from Sami Zayn. They hugged, they embraced. Trick Mellow Gang is back in business, and they are going to take care of Sami Zayn once and for all. Sami, he still doesn't believe this is true. There's going to be a match for tonight between these two men. These four men. Sami Zayn has a mystery partner. We'll have to find out what that is in a moment. But in the meantime, let's see here. Perfect. So the 24/7 shenanigans are continuing. Damian Priest and R-Truth, they're just talking with each other when they see Danhausen is trying to hide from a crowd. Danhausen's trying to explain himself, and then R-Truth sees something he hasn't seen in forever. Is that the 24/7 European 365? You get the drill. He sees the 24/7 title, and he's just gonna tell everyone. Hey everybody! He brought back the 24/7 title. A whole stampede of WWE superstars is coming after him. Damian Priest is gonna tell him to run. He's running. So is R-Truth. Oh no! There is trouble between these two men. Oh dear. Trouble is on the way for them. Now then, let's get to our match of the du jour. And this will be Fraxium going one-on-one with Los Wagner brothers. If you recall last week, they joined forces with Paul Heyman. They are now his heavies for whatever Paul Heyman has planned for them. And this will be a close match. In the end, Paul Heyman's sleight of hand is going to be the difference between victory and defeat. Los Wagner brothers claim the victory. We have a lot to get to today, so we're going to be careful. And Seth Rollins is going to make the save. We will have a 6-man tag come Elimination Chamber. Fun times here. So this is going to happen. Okay, let's see here. What else we got? Yeah, I think now's a good time to finally get this taken care of. It's the Pat McAfee program. We got a training montage. Pat McAfee thinks they are ready to officially come to fruition. And Johnny Gargano is going to be facing Metalik in a squash match, essentially, where Johnny Gargano finally picks up a win over Metalik. And Johnny is ecstatic. He is happy. He is excited. He feels like he could take on the entire world. Congratulations to him. At long last, he has won himself a match. Need to make sure he's got Pat McAfee. Perfect. One person who is not feeling so good is Julia. As you know, last week, lost to Kiana James in what was a fucking nutty ass match. Nick Aldis, he understands. He's like, I know how hard that match was for you. And Julia, she looks a bit defeated. This was her opportunity to regain that title, prove to the world that she had it. But no, she failed. She failed in front of the Kabuki Warriors. She failed in front of all those people. Right now, she feels like she doesn't deserve to be here. Now, it sounds like she's quitting. She doesn't outright say it, but Julia is going to leave. Io's going to step in, and here's from Nick. And at that point, Io says, like, I gotta talk to her. So, we'll find out what happens with that later. Next match up. Next up, Danhausen. He is trying to get out of Dodge here. Only problem is, he does not have a Danhausen mobile. Oh no! What do we do? So he's going to try and do the next best thing. He sees a box with wheels. He's going to hop on it. Just try and drive it as best he can. Nothing doing though. He's trying. God bless him. He's trying. Kit Wilson sees him. Taps Danhausen. Tackles him from behind. There's the referee. 1, 2. Kit Wilson's your new 24/7 champion. He's going to celebrate. We got the hip swivel. He's going to run for his life. Then our troop sneaks in. He sees Danhausen. He is knocked loopy on the floor. He's trying to find the 24/7 title. It's not there. So our troop's going to start running away. As you do. What do we do next? Well, we do need another match. This one. Not this one. This one. I like this one. And this is just Aussie Ego going one-on-one against Otis and Tozawa. Not much to say here. Aussie Ego getting a good win for themselves. And then CM Punk and LA Knight. They're gonna jaw with Aussie Ego. We know what's coming up. I know what's coming up. You know what's coming up. There's gonna be a tag team match between these sides here. Get excited. Get pumped up. 39%. Oh boy. This one could get close. But then they're always close. Oh, do I not have anything for... I don't have anything for Finn Balor or Orton? Well, that won't do. Well, if I do need an extra match, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, nothing else is really screaming to me. You know what? Let's have that heart-to-heart now. Io, she wants Julia to meet her in the ring. They need to sort this out badly. They're having a heart-to-heart. At least Io's trying to get that heart-to-heart going. Julia, she's staying for Yinga. Mom. Alright, how do I want to word this? So Io knows the struggle Julia has been under as of late. I think we even evoke Mio Shirai. So, for context, Mio Shirai was one of the people that actually helped train Julia to be a wrestler. I don't know if she was like the driving focus, but she was a part of it. So the two of them, so trying to evoke that, she eventually, it reaches a point where I'm imagining this. I imagine at some point, Io is going to say something on the lines of, there is no way that you truly are as worthless as you think you are. And then Julia's like, but I am. And that's where she just, like, lets all those insecurities about being overshadowed just come out. She's heard it all. First it was Stephanie. Now it was Kiana. She's pretty sure she had a friend back in Japan that's already doing better than her. She has not had, but she believes that she is better than everyone. She's better than them, Oogie Warriors. She's better than Tiffany Stratton. She's better than Kiana James. She's certainly better than Io. And that's when Io decides, I want you to prove yourself. Then prove it. At Clash in Italy, have a match with me and show the world that you are as good as you say you are. Julia accepts. We got a match, ladies and gentlemen. And we definitely need a match right now. Oh god. We definitely need a match. So, let's bring out the Fairy and the Falcon and have them go up against Fatal Influence. That'll be Fallon Henley and Laney Reed. And this one will end in the favor of the Fairy and the Falcon. Thanks to AC Jane giving an interference. We have that attack. And we're going to have a women's tag over in Italy. Fun times for us all. Going backstage now, Kit Wilson, he is just vibing over being 24/7 champion. He's doing that hip swivel, everything. And then, oh, Candice LeRae went low. He crumples to the ground. And he's going to go for the cover. Candice LeRae, she is your new 24/7 champion. R-Truth comes in. Now he sees Kit Wilson is down. Oh, man. They got to him again. All right. We do need actual matches. We're only at 35%. That cannot stand. All right. Birthright, you need a match. Let's have you go up against Shawn Legacy and Jack Cartwheel. Perfect. Yeah, this one's just gonna be a squash match. Not much to say here. Got a bug in my. The bugs are trying to interrupt me. How dare they? How dare these bugs try to interfere with our process? But yeah, Birthright, they will get the win here. Nice little squiggity squash match. 39%. That's a little better. And the Birthright, they are once again going to talk shit about the tag team division. Now, one of the lines I imagine is said is, the fact that your so-called tag champs are not even defending their titles and instead running around with some plastic belt is shameful. But then the New Day come out, and they are going to stand up for the men and women in both tag team divisions. They're also acknowledging that, yes, there is a women's tag team division here. And that they tell Birthright, it doesn't matter if you're goofy, if you're serious, or somewhere in the middle. At the end of the day, everyone has a chance to be a tag team champion. And if they're going to be disrespectful like that, then the New Day are just going to have to show them what for. This is not right. Hang on. But yeah, in the end, we have a fight. And in the end, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, they will stand tall in said fight. And we have another match that is set for Clash at Italy. Alright. Let's finally get this done. We have Spitfire making their long-awaited debut. They're going up against Los Toxicos. It's a squash. You know what it is. We're going to do this now, actually. So Spitfire are going to celebrate. At the top of the ramp, we see the Kabuki Warriors. They're looking on. They are definitely impressed with what they just saw. So, are we looking at another potential tag match? Have to wait and see. Scripted. That. Alright. Now, Candice LeRae. Oh, actually, I need to do this real quick. You know what? No. Let's not do that. Alright, so Candice, she's gonna call Johnny. Tells her, I got the 24/7 title. I do want a match. Things are actually looking up for us. And she's all excited about this. R-Truth sneaking from behind. Says boo. Scares Candice. Rolled up. And R-Truth, he's got his baby back. The 24/7 title is once again R-Truth's. Alright. Back in the ring we go. And this is going to be a storytelling match between Tiffany Stratton and the Irresistible Forces, allegedly. So the story goes, this was supposed to be a tag match between Tiffany and Blake. But Blake didn't show up. And Tiffany has to go at it alone. And Tiffany tries. God bless her. She tries her best. At the end, however, Lash Legend and Nia Jax, the Irresistible Forces, they are going to get the win in this match. I should probably have Miss Tiffany Stratton be kept strong, given who she is losing to. I will do that right now. Just to be safe. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to need it. I know when our main event will be then. Anyways, at the end of it all, R-Truth is showing off his 24/7 championship to Damian Priest. And Damian Priest, he seems happy. And Danhausen, he's finally awake. He sees the 24/7 title. Ah, Truthhausen, what are you doing to my title? And at that point, Priest is going to try and separate them before anything happens. But then Truth, he's like, no, man, listen. I held this title for a lot of times when I was younger. When I was a little baby like Danhausen is. But unfortunately, I'm getting a little up there in age. I'm not going to lie to you. R-Truth, he's kind of becoming father time in this house. I'm not really sure if Time has a gender, but I'm sure if it were, he would be a guy. But what he's trying to say is, he's handing the title to Danhausen. He is officially passing the torch to Danhausen. Danhausen seems excited. He is now the torchbearer of the 24/7 title. And that's a good time for them because here comes a whole bunch of people that want the title, and they are all just going to run for their lives. Fun time. Fun times for all. We go to our next match. Sammy and Aleister Black going up against the Trick Mello Gang. Trick will get the win over Sami Zayn. 13-minute match. Should finally be the end of that. We're going to do this also. And Orton's going to look towards Birthright. He's making his way down to the ring. He's going to watch your main event of the evening. He tells him, hey, saw what you did out there. Listen, you need any advice from me? You know where to find me. Basically, that's what that is all about. We're going to get that main event now. Finn Balor in your main event of the evening. This one is unplanned, so this will be interesting. Finn Balor? Sure. Why not? Angel Garza. 15-minute match for the two of them. Finn Balor will get the win. I need to build heels. Clearly. And we finish on the stare down between Finn and Orton. Randy holding the title up in the air. Get hype. Get very hype. I should be able to add a couple to this. Put a couple more to this. Are we good? We're good. I don't know how we're good, but we're good. Low key, that is impressive. Getting all this shit in and still having enough room. Evil match. I would be alright giving evil match. Have him go up against. Oh, hi Apollo. You could do the job for evil. Wow. Well, thank God you guys are on face. Because it seems that is needed. Well, can't do that. I can do the next best thing, though. Voice keys. Get yourself a win over... Get yourself a match with The Miz. Again. Royce Keys, you'll get the win. You know how this works. You know what? I'm going to use this opportunity to test out new tag teams. Potential new tag teams. Because we're going to find out if Solo Sikoa and Rusev have good chemistry. Find out these two have chemistry. They will go up against... Gilly and Chad. I want to give Chad something. And Ilya, too. Ilya, you can get a win over Solo. That's fine. They haven't officially debuted as a tag team. That's your hope and pray right now. And I believe that is everything. It's just going to show that Black is injured. Nothing that you can do about that. We go! 45. Oh, they do not work well together on commentary. Okay, that's bad. Okay, that is bad. That is actually bad news for us. I better do this now. Alright. Kozlov, you go in. It's just you. Can't do that pairing. You're just gonna have to run with this. I don't like it. But have to make this work. Somehow. Some way. Let me get back to the show. I'm back in the show. Okay, I do actually manually do this. Okay, this one's gonna be tedious, so I'm just gonna pause and do that now. Well, this is awkward. I forgot to unpause the fucking thing. Yeah. I forgot to unpause. Unfortunately, there is nothing we can do about it. Everything I said about SmackDown is lost to time. God damn it. I guess I will just give like a brief rundown of what SmackDown was, and you know what? I will just show you the card. God damn it. Just God damn it. Oh well. Well, accidents happen, and then your show gets a 7. That's rough, buddy. But I will give a summary. They might have to pull the Cody Rhodes trigger, and Miles Bourne has changed his body type to toned to muscular. Yeah, you're getting pushed. The moment you get good, you're getting pushed. That's just straight up. Rhea Ripley likes working with JC Jane. That is very good to know. Very good to know. I will show you what SmackDown was. Here it is. This is all that happened. Brief rundown. We had Trick Mulligan. They reunited. They had that tag match with Sami Zayn. That was with Aleister Black. Trick Miller won. Danhausen had a bunch of shenanigans with the 24/7 title. Lost the title to Kit Wilson, who then lost it to Candice LeRae, who then lost it to R-Truth. That's fun. Wagner Bros beat Fraxium. Seth Rollins made the same. Training program with Pat McAfee program led to Gargano winning. Julia and Io had that thing. Big heart to heart. That's gonna set up a match between them. Aussie Eagle and Otis and Tozawa had their match. Fairy and the Falcon, they beat Fatal Influence by countout. Rhea Ripley made save. We're gonna have a 6-woman tag there. Birthright won a match. They're gonna have a match with New Day. Spitfire, Los Toxicos had their match. Irresistible Forces beat Tiffany Stratton. Hayes and Williams beat Zayn and Black, and Balor and Garza won. Had their match. So that is that show. Let me get these injuries taken care of, and then we will discuss what we are going to be doing here. Okay, so that's it for the shows. Apologies for that little fuck up. That is entirely on me. But let me show you what we have for the card in no particular order. These are the... Oh no, that's for Saturday Night's Main Event. This is what we have for Clash in Italy. Your 10 matches in no particular order. Now, here's how the prediction game's going to work. I am going to be posting the card with order in mind in every server that I am broadcasting this. And I'm also going to be posting it in the comment section in YouTube so you can play along. You will have 24 hours to predict this card from beginning to end. After the 24-hour session is up, I will be posting that card. We will be doing things a little bit differently when we get to the pay-per-view, and you'll see why in a moment. But once the 24 hours is up, I will reveal the card, and we'll get all the results in. Whoever does the best in the prediction contest is the winner, and they will receive a special prize, be it good or even better than that. So, we are on the way to Italy. Until next time, this is Jacob Jones. If you like this video, comment, subscribe, leave a thumbs up if you want more. Until next time, it's Jacob Jones, signing out.